It's time for another Green Monday. Governor Josh Green joins us twice a month, providing us updates on the latest issues, like the timeline for the new Aloha Stadium and two bills regarding gun safety. And joining us this morning is the governor. How are you doing this morning, Gov?
Great, thank you.
Now, first off, talk about the Navy's Joint Task Force and how they've been communicating with you and if they've been transparent.
They have been much more transparent with my team. We've started a water commission basically in our office so that we get regular updates. We also assess the state of water all across the entire state. We're of course focused on Red Hill more than anything else, plus permanent chemicals that go into the water. The pressure that was applied from the House leaders, the Senate leaders, the county council, the mayor, myself, I think in partnership is good. And that is creating a lot of transparency. And also I'm glad to see that they're going to up the date that we can drain Red Hill. People want that. They just want it safely done.
Another topic, the new Aloha Stadium, the new direction. What can you tell us about that and how it will save taxpayers money?
So we did a deep dive over the last 3 months to make sure that we had the right model. You know, there was a lot of confusion about what was going to happen over the last couple of years. We settled on the following. It's called DBOM, Design, Build, Operate, and Maintain. Before we added a finance component, but when we looked at that carefully, it was going to add upwards of $450 million to the taxpayer bill, and that's just unacceptable. So the legislature gave me essentially $399.5 million to build the stadium. We'll do one RFP, which is one request for proposal. It'll go out this fall, and that will allow them to build housing and the stadium together without having to do a lot of extra paperwork. I think this is going to be very good for us. It looks like 2028 will be the first games. I'll push hard to move it up, but we want a good stadium.
Who's responsible for the cost overruns?
Well, that's the beauty of this plan. They are. So people will put in a bid. Whoever comes in with the best bid, with the best stadium design, they will build this thing. In addition to the stadium, they may want to have plus our $399.5 million. They might want to plus it up because they're going to get the revenues from the stadium going forward. They'll also be able to get naming rights coming from, who knows, maybe it'll be a private company, maybe it'll be Amazon, maybe Hawaiian Airlines, maybe who knows who will want to name this thing. That money will also go towards building a larger stadium. It's a good deal because if they go over, it's on them.
Let's talk about the new Kauhale unit serving the homeless that opened up last week. Do you know how many people have received medical treatment?
Well, it's right next to my house, so I walked over there on Sunday, and it was wonderful. There were 6 or 7 people there. They had recently been discharged from the hospital or were suffering terribly on the streets, and they were now in a tiny home. I want to remind people, I should say, to remember the following. One individual, if they are suffering terribly, could spend upwards of $1 million in health care each year. We've had that circumstance before. A guy named Gary, for example, went to the hospital 241 times once because he was homeless and needed help. This way, we get people service right there, and the cost is really minimal because we just have a nurse and some support services, social workers, and so on. It's wonderful to see suffering reduced. Also, during the daytime, other people who are homeless can come and get hygiene, use a bathroom, so they're not, you know, maybe impacting the local community, the state capital area, the Department of Health, Honolulu Hale, and so on. We're going to continue to build Kauhale. The next one will likely be at Middle Street. There's already a community building interest there. I'd like to do, like I've said, more than 12, upwards of 20 over time in each part of the state so that they're very contained. You notice there's been no trouble around there. It's just people getting help.
And you signed also on Friday 2 bills into law regarding gun safety. Can you talk about the importance of that?
Yes. As a physician, I've treated people with gunshot wounds, which is horrific. And it's particularly terrible if it's a young person that gets shot. So it was important to me that we upped our game on gun protections. So now we have safe places. People cannot do concealed carry in public places, at beach parks, at schools. Why would anyone want to carry a gun into a school? Why would anyone need to carry a gun into a public building like the state capitol? It doesn't make sense. And by the way, this is consistent with what the military does and how they apply their concealed carry rules on their own basis. So I really appreciate people understanding. Even one of my major gun rights friends wrote to me and he said, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing because though I carry a gun very safely, I go through the full process, and he himself said he's got no need to take a gun into these other places. I just want it to be safe. Hawaii is the second safest place in the country as far as gun violence goes. I want it to be #1.
And on a lighter note, because there's been a big debate in the newsroom, Chevy says he will not see the new Barbie movie coming out next month. Will you be seeing the new Barbie movie coming out next month?
If Maya dragged me to the Barbie movie, yes. Chevy has an interesting and curious obsession with that Barbie movie, I will tell you. But if Chevy needs to come along, he can come with me and Maya.
Would you think the Barbie movie is going to make more money, or say Indiana Jones that's coming out?
Barbie is going to probably make more money because that demographic is killer. Look, they've even got you wearing pink today.
I know, and they're having a pink paint shortage, and I had to wear the pink because I got the type before that pink paint shortage. But Governor, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
You have a wonderful day.
You too.